G'day and welcome to Cities Skylines. We're back in Amity Bay, a modded Let's Play series on my channel. So previously we'd added this cool little nature reserve area with rental cabins from the Hotels and Retreats expansion. And we also went ahead and filled in some more of this residential area behind, so we didn't leave a random gap there. We now have this vacant area here, so I think we should fill it out with some shopping mall assets. We haven't used any of those since the CCP was released. We did build this retail park out quite a while ago in a previous video, but the shopping mall CCP wasn't released back then, so I think it could be quite fun to use a few of those newer assets and see what we can do. We'll need some more suburban expansion as well, so I'll do a bit of that in the background, because I'd like to get another elevated station along here somewhere, just given how many Sims we'll have moving into this area. And I think we can get another tram loop going on around this area as well. We might even need a small little service interchange somewhere along here as well to help keep traffic moving. Righto, lots to do here, so let's get stuck in, and while I do that, let's fast forward. Okay, let's take a look. So if we start over this side, I've used 4 main assets as a focal point of the retail area. The traditional department store, the contemporary department store, and the large grocery store all over this side here. Now these are obviously classed as unique buildings, so these won't lower the commercial zoning demand unfortunately, but that's okay. To help there, I've peppered these little commercial assets from the same CCP, just to create little hubs of restaurants and cafes. You might want to have lunch here before you hit the department stores, or something like that. We also had a waste transfer facility, road maintenance depot, and a small warehouse set to commercial goods in this area already, so I've just reconfigured those and put in a bigger warehouse as well. Then a couple of industry warehouses behind it, and a bit of an amusement park fence there to secure that rail line that runs behind. I decided halfway through to make part of this area pedestrian only, so I've tucked the service point building just on the end there out of the way. Stacks of car parking as you can see. Then if we swing around here, we can see I left a strip of land in between these big chunky department stores and went in with some parks. I do love these new ones we got with hotels and retreats, so wanted an excuse to put them in. I really like the addition of water. Normally I'd make a small pond myself, but these ready-made ones are superb and just add that extra layer of interest along this frontage road here. In the middle I've put a metro tram hub, which will probably give away the next big transport network I think we should put in before too much longer, but for now it serves as a nice tram stop and sheltered area in the middle of the road here. Then the open air malls, which again I've been itching to use as I just think they're such nice assets, sitting back off a pedestrian only road there, which I think is a nice touch. Again, either side, in with the shopping mall CCP commercial assets for cafes and whatnot, then some more green space behind that, which will be filled with greenery to buffer our suburb that's sitting behind all of this. I've continued our European suburbia along here to finish this big stretch off. A few of the gorgeous Brooklyn and Queens residential assets in here, then a few of our vanilla high residential assets to give us that mid-rise step, because then eventually we'll keep running our big condo buildings along the water's edge here, so it gives us a really nice step up in height, which we'll thank ourselves for later on, I'm sure. Then right down the end here, a simple service interchange using a European 4-lane stone bridge to give us nice big archways where we can run roads and paths under. I love doing that sort of thing, makes for interesting road layouts I always think. And then we have another elevated bypass train station down here, which is getting pretty good use, which is nice to see. And an intercity bus station, as we had maxed out our bus line availability at our Fairview bus hubs. So I wanted to really branch out now and start to spread those transport lines out. So we have buses running through here now, trams circling around, and the train as another transport option, which should help keep cars off the road. And there we have it. I'll probably go quite heavy on the trees again, closer to the highway here especially, as this whole big area was heavily forested originally when we had a blank map, so I quite like the idea that we're staying true to that, especially because when we come to build a lot of other areas, they will be concrete jungles, so it's nice to have such a lush green suburbia, I feel. Right, time to detail this up. how this turned out. So starting back where our department stores are located, I wanted to make more of a fuss about the entrances to these. I didn't feel they said, "Come inside and spend all your money" to me. Don't get me wrong, this isn't Rodeo Drive either, but I just want to pick up some of the planters and tile decals that were here and make a bit of a grander entrance. Then in with some young lindens, which I always think look so manicured and nice. Benches, bins, that type of thing if you wanted a break from shopping or to relax for a while. Then around the back, loading bays for these big stores, in with our usual cargo containers and crates, then some line decals to mark out spaces for the trucks to back in, and then a smaller one further along there. Just a really good way to fill up an awkward space with some detailing that help makes this more believable. Great to see all 3 cars there using the monster car park. Some light detailing around the industry assets in the warehouse there. Then I used a lot of bushes and undergrowth to hide the change in terrain between the warehouse and the railway line here. Nothing major here with the road maintenance and waste transfer, just some greenery to help blend it into the surroundings. Then just bits and bobs around this large grocery store here, again extending the tile decals out and putting in some planters. I chose a jacaranda for the signature tree there, so a repeat over the road in front of Hamilton's looked really nice as well. Again, just tree repeats on these parks and plazas, and just alternating with a bit of undergrowth makes it look intentional but without overdoing it. You'll probably have noticed I did a lighting rig on these jacarandas down here. Let me turn off the sun here and you can see. And what I think is quite cool too is that they light up the white buildings here as well, which I think is a nice non-intentional touch. Then for all of our suburbia, paths around the outside, hedges to join the houses together, trees to help it all settle in, and rinse and repeat all the way along. I even put little bushes around each pillar of the train track trusses or pylons or whatever we're going to call these, just to make it look more authentic. And there we have it. I've left this area TBC as I'm always happy to name it after your suggestions, so let me know what you think in the comments below and drop any suggested names in as well. Well, that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. If you're on Discord, jump over to my Discord community and say g'day, come in for a chat and chill out with us. And until next time, take care, have a great day, and thanks again for watching.